and want to learn more about it. And when you understand these things, it brings out a natural form of curiosity that helps you evolve as a being. And that's what you want to do. Then you want to do another investigation, and you want a complete medical history on myself. And I'm just using myself as the guinea pig here, so that no one else has to, you know, I'm not gonna. I don't want to put someone else in the spotlight that doesn't be there. And even when I went over doppelgangers, you saw that I pretty much I only used names from the dimension I was born in. I didn't mention people's names here. Well, a couple of people I did, but for the most part, as far as doppelgangers and angels and ascended masters and stuff, I'm gonna leave it up to them to identify themselves when the time is right, and they see the reaction that the human race has to this information, and how well these investigations are, and how complete these investigations turn out to be. But you want a complete medical history on me, including all the diagnoses and the medications that were prescribed for each diagnosis. And that will really help take a four-dimensional perspective on the healthcare system. That's very important. Then you want to do a criminal investigation on me, including all charges, fines, history of incarceration, experience working in the law enforcement industry, experience owning and operating police information services, and all my experiences with the judicial system. And there will be a lot of information there. And actually, I mean, I already know the answers to a lot of these, to a lot of the things that you're going to find out. But I just want to make sure, and you want to make sure, that when you're researching and going to different sources that you trust for this information, are they telling you the truth? And my history has pretty much been, someone tried to wipe it all out, but it shouldn't be wiped out. And it's very important to see a lot of the mistakes and things that the human race has been making, so that we can fix the problem and we don't make these mistakes anymore. And that's all. And then you want to do a background check of all taxes and experiences with the IRS and the DMV. And the law enforcement community and the dimension that I came from really set you up to find out a lot of information there. So there should be a lot of information. And what will really help with this investigation is when this website is up and running and the quantum computer is up and running, doppelganger location communication and higher self connection, that'll really help in the process of this investigation. And which is kind of alluded to, you know, to just move forward with intelligence and courage and truth. And from what I've seen, there's no stopping the human race. We can achieve a state of world peace, no problem. Okay. Now this, I don't know how to handle this, and that's why this is an investigation, because I need help with this. But due to the fact that I'm from a different dimension, and my credentials in the other dimension and identification cards refer to another survey and another timeline, how do I interact, and what do I do to you know, if I'm talking to someone in a town hall or a state place, how do I come across to someone who doesn't understand the fact that I'm from another dimension? Because I don't want to give them a bunch of fake credentials I don't want to go into the Department of Motor Vehicle and get a driver's license using a fake ID, because that is against the law. But then using gasoline without an ID, that's against the law too. So I'm in a position now where the most important thing I'm trying to do is prevent the recycling of souls, and I'm on a bicycle. So, but what I want to do is I just want to move forward with the truth and with honesty and with the support of the human race. So I'm not sure what to do there. Also, the laws in the dimension that I came from are different than the laws in this dimension. So where do I go to find out what the differences are? So you know, and what responsibilities do I have due to the fact that I'm from a different dimension in finding out what these laws are and what's the resources for that. And how do the laws of creation and the universe affect a being from another dimension? You want to, and that I do have some information there, but we'll just let you find that out, and that will lead you to an expansion of consciousness, that investigation. And then obviously we want to find out what the laws of nature are, what the laws of creation are, what the laws of the universe are. And you want to find out all the legitimate lists of them, and then look at all the similarities between the lists and make sure your sources are all cited there, because those are the rules and the laws and the guidelines that will guide you to a higher level of existence. Okay, another very good investigation to do. My biological sister is Sheila Oppenheimer, and she, in the dimension that I was born in, is an APRN, and she runs a mental institution. And then there's another version of her who has a PhD, and she's a psychiatrist. And I believe that will help to prove parallel universes. So that's an excellent investigation to do. And when these investigations are being complete, what you want to do is you want to put that information right on the website so every single person on the entire planet can see it. And there's nothing hidden here. Everything's just out there. Just complete truth is basically what we need. Another investigation: with all the candy coating removed, does a human being have the ability to fly, literally, in the physical? And I can tell you right now they do, and that I've done it. But it'll be interesting to find out in the process of a normal being in this dimension researching that information. What conclusions do you reach? You know, and who's telling you yes and who's telling you no? And that'll help you find out who your friends are. Okay, I went over before that I am existing in a nonlinear timeline. So what's happening for me right now could be happening in 10 minutes from now. What's happening in an hour from now could be happening last week. And a week from now could be happening in a year from now. So my timeline is skipping around. And what I'm interested in is a good investigation to determine that. Is it possible to control on this timeline where this information is released? Can I control that? And I don't know that, and I'm not sure who is controlling that. But it would be a good part of the investigation to find out. Can we control that and intentionally put this information into a specific time and into a specific parallel universe and into a specific dimension? And how much control do we have over exposing this information to people. And we also want to find out, would it be in harmony with the laws of creation and the laws of the universe to intentionally manipulate that, you know, to intentionally do that? Because and also, would there be any negative karmic effects to that action? Because I'm not sure, and this is getting into things that I really don't know. And the last thing that I want is any more negative karma. I've dealt with a lot of negative karma, and I don't want any more. And I don't want to try to intentionally do something good and then, you know, have it have a negative karmic effect just because I didn't know any better. Because that's a big problem with the human race, and I don't want to make that same mistake again. And this is and this investigation, I mean, this gets pretty complex, but this is an investigation that anybody can play a part in and do. So there should be nobody on this planet that feels like this investigation is above or beyond what you're capable of, because it's not. It's just all, you know, we're all expanding our consciousness and learning together here. Okay. This next